You're going to work for approximately 90,000 hours in your lifetime. 90,000 hours. And statistically, if you're watching this, you will retire with less than $50,000 saved. Not because you're lazy, not because you didn't work hard enough, and definitely not because you didn't deserve more, but because nobody ever told you the actual rules of the game. Today, I'm going to. Let's be honest about where most American men are right now. You're somewhere between 25 and 44. You probably make a decent income, maybe 50K, maybe 90K, maybe more. You pay your bills. You're not broke, but you're also not building anything. Paycheck hits, rent, car payment, subscriptions you forgot you have, a few nights out, and then you look at your bank account on the 25th of the month and you think, where did it go? Here's what nobody told you. That feeling is by design. The American economy is not built to make you wealthy. It's built to make you a consumer, a consistent, reliable, debt-comfortable consumer. The average American carries $6,500 in credit card debt. The average car payment is now $735 a month. And the savings rate in this country just hit a historic low. We are a nation of earners who don't own anything. And the worst part? The system doesn't hide this. It just distracts you from it with sports, with streaming, with just enough comfort to keep you from getting angry enough to change. So, let's talk about the real reasons, not the motivational poster version, the actual uncomfortable truth. Reason number 1, you're trading time for money and calling it a career. The paycheck model is the oldest trap in the book. You show up, you work, you get paid. Stop working, the money stops. The wealthy don't sell time. They build assets, things that generate money whether they're awake or not. Stocks, real estate, businesses, royalties, digital products. Robert Kiyosaki called it the difference between the left side and the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Most men live their entire lives on the left side, employee or self-employed, and never cross over. The shift isn't about income, it's about what you do with income. Action: before you spend your next paycheck, ask yourself, am I buying something that goes down in value or something that goes up? This one's going to sting. At 25, you bought the car because it felt like the move. At 30, you upgraded the apartment. You booked the trips. You kept up with your friends, with Instagram, with some imaginary version of yourself that looked successful. And you funded all of it with debt or with money that should have been working for you. The guys who actually build wealth, they often look less successful in their 30s. They're driving used cars, living below their means, quietly stacking assets while everyone else performs wealth on social media. The most dangerous financial disease in America isn't poverty, it's lifestyle inflation, where every raise just becomes a new expense. Action: calculate your actual savings rate right now. Take what you saved last month, divide it by what you earned. If it's under 20%, you're losing the game, even if you got a raise. This might be the most expensive myth in America. A 30-year-old who invests $400 a month at an average 8% return will have $1.3 million by age 65. A 30-year-old who doesn't will have whatever's left in their checking account. Most men don't start investing because it feels complicated or risky or like something you do once you have more money. But that's backwards. You invest to get more money. The stock market, index funds, real estate, these aren't Wall Street games for the elite. They're mathematical certainties available to anyone with a brokerage account and the discipline to leave it alone. The real risk isn't investing. The real risk is doing nothing and hoping inflation eat you alive. Action: if you don't have a Roth IRA or a brokerage account yet, open one this week. Start with $50. The amount doesn't matter as much as the habit. Reason number 4. Nobody taught you, and you never sought it out. Here's the brutal truth. Financial literacy is not taught in schools. Not in middle school, not in high school, in most cases, not even in college. You were taught to get a job. You were not taught to build wealth. And so most men piece together their financial beliefs from their parents, who were also never taught, and from a culture that profits from your financial ignorance. Credit card companies make billions on your confusion. Dealerships count on you not knowing how to negotiate. Banks rely on you not understanding compound interest working against you. The gap between the 1% and everyone else isn't intelligence. It isn't even opportunity. It's information and the decision to go find it. The men who get wealthy read, they study, they find mentors, they reverse engineer success instead of waiting for someone to hand it to them. Action. Commit to one financial book, podcast, or course every single month. Start with The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. That book alone is worth more than most college courses. Here's what I want you to sit with. You're not behind because you failed. You're behind because you were playing a game you didn't fully understand with rules that were never explained to you. But that ends today, because now you know. You know that trading time for money has a ceiling. You know that lifestyle inflation is silent and lethal. You know that investing early isn't optional. It's the only path. And you know that the information to change all of this is available to you right now. The question is whether you do something with it. The 99% will watch this, nod their heads, and go back to the same routine tomorrow. The 1% will watch this and actually change one thing, just one, today. Which one are you?